For landlords, by landlords. The Rent Perfect Podcast with David Pickron.
Well, welcome to the Rent Perfect Podcast. Scott, do you have any nightmares? Do you ever wake up at night, same dream, or?
Yes.
What are some of that? What do you do?
Usually it involves I'm running late to something that I can't be late for.
Okay.
Or I've just missed. I've missed the mark on. Usually it's I've forgotten something. Either I've forgotten clothes or an appointment, or it's something I've missed, like I've forgotten about.
You're running down the street in your underwear or anything
Yeah.
like that? Okay.
Yeah.
I have this reoccurring dream that it's pretty specific, but that I'm in English 101.
Okay.
Okay. That means the very beginning of college.
Right.
And I was really good at math, not so good at writing. I mean, I remember saying, okay, I'm going to get an A on this paper. And I'd spend extra time. I'd think I was turning in like the crown jewel.
Right.
B. English was not my topic. And so I have this dream that I'm in English 101. I'm struggling. I legitimately, if you could have like a heart monitor on me, my heart starts beating.
Right.
I wake up, I get up in my bed, I almost put my hand on my heart, I'm like, or my chest, breathing, and
It's the cold sweat dream, yeah.
Okay, I'm done with school, I'm in my 50s, right. I have kids that are in college. Why does this dream keep coming? But I think 101 is very important. It's the foundation. It's the very beginning. Right. It's our 101 episode.
Yep, 101.
101. And I think we just want to go back to what is the 101 of investing, or actually the 101 of property managing,
yep.
Right? And so what would that class look like if I were to take everything I've learned and I were to drill it down to okay, we've got many classes to teach you, but this class today is so important. Mm-hmm. What do you think something in 101 would be?
I think one of the curriculum items would be having a criteria.
Yes.
Right? To me, that's like I need to have that before I list the property, before I even buy the property, right? Like who am I looking to put into this property that I own? And if I have that criteria, that's kind of my North Star.
Right.
And
not only who are you looking to put in that property, but who's going to apply
Correct.
to that property, right? I mean, you buy in a really bad part of town, who's going to apply at that property? Yeah. Is that the kind of, person or the management style that you're up for?
Right.
Some people are up for that management style, and they do really good at it. And other people want to just buy it, set it, get on with their life, and not have any kind of high maintenance or any kind of,
Right. I can't have an 800 credit score be the floor.
Right.
In an area like that, right? In a 2-bedroom house, I can't.
So that's great. That shows you your criteria has a lot to do with how do you want to manage, who do you want to be your target market, right? So I agree, man. I think criteria is so critical. And yet I'm out there speaking and I say, okay, who has a good detailed criteria? Raise your hand.
No one.
Very, very few people have a good criteria. And there are people listening right now to this podcast that are like, what is a criteria? Yeah. What is a good criteria?
Yeah, what should that look like?
I'm going to go back on other podcasts. We've actually hit this over and over again. But if this is your first podcast and you're saying, what is a criteria? Email info@rentperfect. We'll send you a sample detailed criteria. It is 101. You need to know about a criteria. A criteria is going to help you set your property up, but it's going to help you stay out of trouble with fair housing. There are a lot of mistakes you can make out there right now when it comes to treating people fairly about housing. So I love that. I think that's 100%.
Yeah. And our last couple of podcasts, we talked about business partners and business components, and when we get a tenant into our home, they are our business partner.
They are our business partner, 100%. And I think that's an important one too.
Yeah.
That your success is really based on your business partners or tenant success. I mean, just go have a tenant go bad and see how successful you are, right? Which I would teach it like this. If I were teaching a Renters 101, I would say you're actually not in the property management business. You're in the people management business. And when you understand how important the people are in this business, you'll understand how to find success, right? I mean, think about that. How easy it is for you to go get your air conditioning fixed. That's property management.
Mm-hmm.
How easy is it to get the phone call that your tenants just, lost their job?
Right. Yeah.
And what do you do with that?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. The property is not going to betray you. It's the person in the house that's going to betray you.
And that's why, as an investor, I love being an investor. I love buying the homes. I love that part of it. And then I got to take that hat off, put the hat on as the people manager, what we call the property manager.
Yep.
And it becomes kind of no fun for me sometimes, right? So I agree. I think you get a criteria. You really understand what this business is about. I think sometimes we think, oh, this business is about me having money for retirement. This business is about me having a second income. Yeah, ultimately that's the benefit of it. But if you don't understand that it's taking care of people in order to get you to that goal, then you've missed the point.
Yeah, yep.
Because if all you're thinking about is the money, 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 you might find the money's not there because you're not going to manage your property correctly. So I love that. Those are the two things that I would put into my rental 101 for sure. I want to continue to go on into 102 and 103 and 104 because that's how I am. But let's just stop it right here and say, guys, rental criteria 101, people business 101. Focus on those if you're a brand new investor, and you will find success in this business. And until next time, continue to rent perfect.